Morning. So we just got a ton of rain for the Arizona desert, as you can kind of see. I'm up to my ankles in my backyard. I think the plants are happy. I'm not sure. It's pretty wet, so hopefully I don't get any rotting or anything, but it's pretty green back here for Arizona. Bunch of rain. Just want to show you around monsoon season in Arizona. Passion fruit seems to be doing fine. A lot of down trees around me, so I'm actually surprised I don't seem to have any damage. Loofahs are going nuts. These leaves are huge. A lot of loofah growth. Banana trees seem to be doing fine. This is just a little banana sucker I planted in the spring. Another one over here. And this was just 2 or 3 feet tall. A little rooted cutting that I got from plant store. This is a Shangri-La mulberry. And it's exploding with growth. I'm excited. I'd speculate within a couple years it's going to be pretty tall. I'll prune it to keep it small, so it's more like a small mulberry tree / bush. My little carrot patch is doing great. Got some sugar beets mixed in there, just doing some experimenting. Excited for the sugar cane. Wasn't sure I was gonna do, but over the last week I've noticed the cane's getting a lot thicker. So for example, this one right here, it's not quite as big as my wrist, but it's getting pretty wide. The banana tree. These pumpkin vines going nuts. Cassava. Took the heads off of these sunflowers, but they're still standing. It's kind of ironic because a lot of our neighbors lost trees, and these sunflower seeds seem to have some really strong roots, I'm guessing. These guys get a little ravaged by the wind. Nothing's broken, but they're all kind of falling over. Well, I guess that one's broken, but because it has so many heads. So this was an experimental hybrid mutant that I created, where I hybridized a mammoth with one of these multi-heading ones. It doesn't really look like a mammoth, but it has, I think this one had like 32 heads on it, and it just couldn't take the weight. I just love the chaos. Citrus trees seem to be doing well. I don't think I lost any fruit off of my grapefruit tree or my orange tree. Got some suckers though. I might need to clean off that trunk over there. I think lemon tree's doing the best though. The lemon tree is just shooting up with growth. That was the smallest citrus tree last year, and it's surpassed the other trees. Incredible amount of growth. I'm guessing because it's right next to the pond, so the pond constantly keeps it fertilized with pond water. More sugar cane. Here's some water chestnuts. I had some extra ones, and I knew that this was a little boggy right here, so I just kind of turned this soil over and shoved them in the ground, and they're actually putting a lot of shoots. I think each one had like 2 shoots, and now they're, putting up shoots that are a couple feet tall. I think there's some volunteer cucumber or something in there. I spread seeds everywhere, so when I turned the soil over there, I think I inadvertently just buried some seeds that were dormant inside the tunnel. It's supposed to be a little loofah tunnel. Once the loofah fills in, it'll probably look a little cooler. This is a pomegranate cutting that I rooted a while ago. Another pomegranate cutting over here. Some vines. It's a passion fruit. Cassava cutting I put right here. This one's pretty because it has a red stem. I don't know if you're familiar with cassava. This is a starchy plant that's popular in South America. looks almost like a tree with cool looking leaves, and you could eat it. It's just, you have to cook it because the tuber's poisonous, but when you boil it, it destroys the poisonous portion of it. Very high in carbohydrates. There's the pond for all my turtles. Lots of lemons. Grapevines seem to be doing well. And I got a lot of what's called Ipomoea aquatica coming up all around here. This is water spinach. Some people call it Chinese water spinach, but I don't know if it's actually Chinese. It's very popular in Filipino cuisine, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I don't know if it's from the Philippines or if it's actually from China or if that's just what they call it. But it's pretty delicious. It has a very mild flavor, very similar to like baby spinach that you get from the grocery store. But it loves boggy soil, which we don't really have here because I have a pond liner. But I program my pond to overflow a gallon or two a few times a week. So it does a small amount of flood irrigation right next to that, just not much. It dries out pretty quick because I added a bunch of sand to keep that soil well draining. But it looks like everything's loving that water. A sweet potato. I had a sweet potato that was going bad, so I stuck it in water and a bunch of little slips were coming out. So I stuck the slips in the ground and got a bunch of them all over the yard just kind of going nuts. So I'm not really sure exactly what to do with them. I've never grown sweet potatoes before. Any comments, feel free to tell me. Another sweet potato vine going nuts over here. Another sweet potato vine right here. But it looks like it made friends with this banana tree. So we'll see if my clover has any issues with all this water. I'm guessing this is probably going to take a few days to seep into the soil. But really good for the Arizona desert. I know we were in severe drought, so the fact that we got 2 or 3 inches in a matter of an hour or two, I'm guessing that'll help this portion of the desert.